let's just have a look at the two minds. So we've got two of many things. We've got two hemispheres in our brain. We've got two eyes, two arms, two legs, two kidneys, so on and so forth. Even our heart has got essentially two pumps connected. And we've got two minds. Remember, the mind is what flows through the brain. But our two minds are very clearly defined. So we've got a conscious mind in which we can process 7 pieces, give or take 2, of information at any one time, which is not a lot, is it? So let's say here I am, chat, and someone comes in and says, oh, I'm just going to put some cups down or this or that. There's a very good likelihood that I would forget what I was about to say, because those 7 bits of information that I was holding in my mind, which included my vocalizing my thoughts, would be interrupted, and visually and auditorily at least 2 of those 7 are going to be gone. So I might have to wait till he goes out the room, rewind a bit, get where I was, and I might not retrieve it. Have you ever done anything? We think, oh, I can't, I think, what is it? Then an hour later you go, James Dean. And that's because you get a quiet mind and there's space. You might only have 6 things in, and suddenly that one you were looking for can pop in. So we need to have 2 minds for all the reasons I mentioned earlier, so that our unconscious mind can carry on running the show without us having to think, how do I drive? How do I walk? How do I speak? How do I write? So our unconscious mind is very important. And of course, it's running our physiology as well, monitoring a zillion signals, you know, everything from blood pressure to shall this stem cell become a skin cell or a bone cell? I mean, the volume of information is utterly unfathomable. But in there, along with all of that, is your thoughts. And you have an association of everything that's ever happened to you. So they're not necessarily recorded like little video excerpts. They're recorded by association and the emotional meaning that you put with that experience. So everything else goes on under there. So with your conscious thinking, you can generate a behavior. So stand up for me. So what I want you to do is choose a body part. It can be a head, an arm, a shoulder, a knee, and just choose a part of your body and move it. Doesn't matter what it is. It's not a trick. Just move any part of your body. Okay, and stop, and now choose another part. So can you consciously decide to do something? Yeah, now move 2 things together. So you can consciously do more than one thing at once. So we know that we can consciously do things. So I can consciously say, I am going to walk past the vending machine. And that's fine. All the time I'm nice and relaxed and life is good. But if I'm going on this and that and on this meeting and that, and I've got to pick the kids up from school, before I know it, I've eaten half a Snickers. So being able to do something consciously is not enough. So take a seat. So this is where the phrase willpower comes in. And I have a real issue with the phrase willpower. And I'll tell you why. So I used to write, I was the expert for a national slimming magazine, and so I would get all these letters, Janet, can you help me with this, that or the other? So I had this letter after Christmas from this lady, and generally the letter was like this. Dear Janet, please help me. I lost my willpower over Christmas. I couldn't stop eating all the chocolates off the tree or the Quality Street. I've gained half a stone, please help. To which my reply was, willpower is not like a set of car keys. You can't lose it. You made bad choices, and the first thing you need to do is acknowledge that, acknowledge the consequences of those choices, and take responsibility and learn new behaviours. And now I got a phone call from the editor saying, that's a bit strong. You can't say willpower doesn't exist. And you can't tell her it's like car, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. And I said, well, I think I better not write for you anymore then. Because that was the truth. Willpower is not a thing. The problem is, So it's a bit like Dumbo and his magic feather, isn't it? If I hold this feather, I can fly. And if I haven't got my feather, I can't fly. You know, Dumbo realises he can fly without his feather. So there's the perfect metaphor right there. So the problem is people only have to say to themselves, because there is a really cunning part of you that will do whatever it thinks will bring you pleasure and avoid pain, that says, yeah, but it's Christmas, I know, I'm going to just say I've lost my willpower, and then barn doors are open, and then I can eat all the chocolate and go, found it, and suddenly now I feel really bad, what can I do? Willpower is not a thing. And actually, for any change in any area of your life, taking responsibility for your choices is essential. Absolutely essential. You know, if you get in your car, you're the driver, you take responsibility for where that car goes. You need to take responsibility for your thoughts and the outcome of your thoughts in exactly the same way. So your thoughts are literally driving you.